Tac, 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 tac. Yeah! Grazie ragazzi.
Ferrari. I have them at A- for this season.
I exact same for me.
A-, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a very big improvement from last year for Ferrari, and they've had the results to show for that. They have had some issues, of course, and I think they should be leading the Constructors' Championship in my mind. That's why they're not getting an A+. But it's enough that for them that they've had so much improvement. You know, they're up there with the Mercedes. If not, they're the better car at most of the tracks. It's just been bad luck that hasn't gone their way.
Yep. For me, I gave A- as well. If I look at just the team itself, taking the drivers out of it, I agree. The leaps and bounds that they've made in sort of the technical race, you know, they're changing things almost race to race, improving things. I mean, we saw the exhaust system that they have, putting the mirrors on the halos, and then the aero trims inside the mirrors itself that eventually, kind of got banned. So, Ferrari's been known to always push the rules and sometimes break them as well. But they have really continued the R&D development this year to, better than Mercedes has. So and not only that, but the power as well. They've improved this year too to become that. For the first time in the turbo hybrid era, you could argue that they have the most powerful engine on the grid.
Yep.
And it's showing in their, quote unquote B teams like Haas and even Sauber.
Yep.
Their pace is a lot better this year. So yeah, for me, A-. The reason they don't get an A+ for me as well is just certain team mistakes.
Yeah. Strategy.
Strategy is one of the big ones in certain races. China, for example. And then other things too, pit stops have been sort of dodgy this year for them. Of course, Bahrain, when Kimi snapped his rear tire man's leg in half.
Oh man, that poor guy.
Yeah, hopefully he's doing well. I think he's recovering pretty well, so he should be back probably.
Hopefully he gets workman's comp.
Yeah, I would assume so.
It's a tough one.
From Kimi too, especially.
Yeah, Kimi better have bought him a nice bottle of champagne or something.
Yeah. So that as well, and then just in general, I think since then they've been a bit more cautious with their pit stops. And then their strategy in terms of how they dealt with Raikkonen, or the earlier races, they just left Kimi out there in certain stints, and they favored the strategy towards Sebastian Vettel, and then Raikkonen would have pretty much no guidance, no strategy. So I think they kind of screwed themselves out of a couple of constructors' points there, and also potential race wins for himself and Vettel as well.
I have Sebastian Vettel at an A- for drivers. Really, the only reason why he's not at A+ is the mistake in the rain that cost him the win. That's the only thing I can think of that he's done wrong this year. I don't know about you.
Yeah, A- for me too.
Okay.
The two mistakes in Baku.
Okay,
where he locked up.
Yeah.
And then mistake in the rain.
And you know what? The other one actually I have is not overtaking Danny Ricciardo in Monaco.
And
he should have won that race.
Now it's all starting to come back. France.
C+.
Maybe let me rethink that.
Stick with the A-, be generous for some.
No. For sure, stick with the A-. Like I said, for the most part, he's been really good this season. But he has had those couple of lapses in judgment. So, but then again, he's still going for it.
Yep.
But like I said, the mistake in Germany was just more like, what are you doing?
I have an A to Kimi Räikkönen though. Solid, just point off A. And I think he's been one of the best drivers on the grid so far this year. Really showed his determination and wanting to be in the sport and showing his competitiveness. Has been fantastic in qualifying. Really good in the race. I think he deserves a race win. I think he's going to get it this year as well. And I've been saying that since the start of the season. He's been lights out for me. I think he's been the better of the two Ferrari drivers.
Yep. I would agree with everything you said. For me, I give him B+. Just for the fact that just lacking in the results in the first half of the season a little bit. But
are those really his fault, or is that the team's decision?
Yeah, a little bit of both, I think.
I
think the team doesn't help, of course, when you're pretty much outright number 2 driver in that terms. But he's pretty much driven himself into almost another contract. We've said that there's rumors that he's signed some sort of a deal with Ferrari to return. He's the most consistent driver in the last 5 races.
Yeah, he has been.
Podium all races. So since the Leclerc rumor started, he's gone on this amazing run of form. So good for him for pretty much just shutting everybody up and just essentially driving himself into another potential F1 contract.